So what's up guys, and welcome to Ívar's Fly Workshop. Today we are going to be tying this pattern called bluebottle. As I understand, this is a pattern from the United Kingdom. Rather old pattern, I guess, because the few things I read about it is that it comes with like a feather wing, like those traditional wet flies, and therefore I presume it's like rather older than like a younger pattern. We'll start by attaching the thread to the hook shank, and I'm using a Semperfli classic waxed 8/0 thread for this fly, and for the hook I am picking an RX wet fly barbless number 12. And yeah, remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel. You can donate to the channel if you like. You'll find those informations in the video descriptions. As well, you'll find the pattern of the fly. For the body, I'm using a blue holo tinsel for the body. I just showed you the possible colors for this fly. You can tie it in orange or purple, blue, red, just green, even just any kind of color you can think of. It will probably all work out. But I'm tying it in blue because it's basically called bluebottle. But I've tied it in a few other colors and it looks actually pretty cool when it's tied with just with this purple holo tinsel I showed you. We make the tinsel go half the way up the hook shank, and the other half of the body I'm using between 2 and 3 peacock strands of peacock herl. It all depends, of course. That depends on the size of the fly you're tying it on and all that. But I'm picking 2, 3 actually. Little snip of this and tie that in. And I stroke the feathers like backwards like this, so they kind of stick together like when I do that. I have fished this fly here in Iceland, and I've got pretty good, decent catch on it. It's gonna work just like if the fish is in for biting, like black gnat and these classical patterns. This pattern is gonna work that day. For the color of the fly, we are actually, or the hackle of the fly, we are using a black hen. But before that, before we attach that to the fly, I'm building up this, the second half of the body. And one thing we must make sure of is that we are not wrapping the peacock herl too far close to the hook eye, because we'll need some space for the black hen, which is our hackle, and we'll also need a space for the head of the fly. So I'm stripping this part of the feather away. I'm going to show you. This is like a black hen feather, relatively good quality, and I'm going to use like the shorter part of it closer to the tip. So I'm stripping those away, and I'll also show you some technique how to prepare the feather, and also what part of that, what's remaining left of it, I'm using. So we're not going to use all that feather, and one thing we have to keep in mind is that closer to the tip of the feather, the stem of the feather is going to get weaker. So I'm going to use this material which we are separating here from the tip of the feather, and I'm holding it. We'll come in with our scissors and snip away both up and down that part and leave this kind of creating like a little brush on the fly. It's very easy to grab that brush then again with our thread, as you'll see. We'll just tie that in here, grab it, and shiny side up and facing forward, of course. At this, it's going to be easier for you guys to comb the feather with your fingers. Then we take few tight wraps to secure the feather stem or the brush down. And then I am going to take some Hackle pliers. These are actually light Hackle pliers and they have a joint on it, so it's like easier to spin that around. And when we spin the Hackle on, we'll be have to comb the feather or the fiber of the feather backwards. This is not working out, but don't worry. Don't worry, be happy. That's what they say here in Iceland. I'm gonna do it just manually without any Hackle plier. So I'll pick the feather stem with my right hand here, and I'm gonna zoom out for you to see what we're doing. And I comb with the other hand, with my left hand. We'll comb the feather fibers backwards, and as I wrap it forward, it has to go in front of itself, so you're not wrapping it all in the same place. It'll be jamming the feather up, but we'll be wrapping it like slowly forward, catching it with our thread securely. And I think this pattern dressed like this, it's not overdressed. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you think this hackle of the fly is too much. For some people would say it's like the maximum if you're tying like some sort of a spider pattern, like this black peacock spider and those flies. This is actually pretty similar to that pattern, but well, that might be the reason why it works so well. But we are done with this thing. We are going to whip finish and snip off the end. What we will be doing on the channel this winter is we'll be improving like the photo part of it, thumbnails and stuff like that. We'll be seeing some changes on my thumbnails sooner than later. Also, I have some good news for you guys, which I'm going to announce in the next videos. Some of you know already. We just have to bake the fly with our UV light and make the head, secure the head of the fly, and I just want to say to you guys, if you're not watching another video before Christmas, I just want to say happy holidays to all of you. We'll be posting every Sunday, maybe more during the Christmas. Some content, some vlogs and stuff are coming in, and there's a lot to it, so I will just suggest that you will share the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends who are interested in fly tying and fly fishing, because we do have lots of good stuff here. And you'll find the pattern in the video's description below. And I just want to say to you guys, thanks for watching, being with me and support me. And I will see you guys in the next video.